Hey everyone, my name is Titanic, and welcome back to another episode of Titancraft Season 10, a very special episode because today is the second to last one in the whole series. It is finally the penultimate episode. It's honestly incredible to believe. Episode 349 of Season 10, episode 999 of the overall series. And we're on the doorstep of the finale, and it feels weird. It's been a while since I recorded because the last week was unexpectedly really hectic, but I've been working on some stuff on the base when I have had time. I think because last time we finished up the mega base, and now I've been working on spawn. I've been cleaning everything up. In fact, I do want to show you one thing I've been working on in here. It's not quite done because I had to update the big map for spawn, but I went around and updated a bunch of the maps. Now, what sucks is that a lot of bases were in a really bad spot to show up on maps, and so like part of that got cut off. I had to zoom out my base map really bad, or otherwise you only saw half the domes, and so it actually goes all the way up to Sewage's area. Logan's base, his secondary base that isn't in Spawn Town, got cut up. Clash's is Trevor's base actually fit alright for the most part besides that side. But I mean, everybody's base was just on a bad spot on the map. But, today I want to work on spawn a little bit, and that's what I'm going to do. Today is the loose ends of the series. Today is wrapping stuff up, because next time is going to be all sorts of fun finale stuff. I'll admit, and this is kind of weird coming from somebody like me who I usually admit to planning everything out super far ahead of time, I'm highly unsure what the finale is going to be like yet. And actually, once I finish recording this episode, the first thing I'm going to go do is sit down with a bunch of Titans and start coming up with ideas and bouncing ideas off each other of what the finale might look like. So, I just know it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a good closure, and my plan is that it'll be a 1 hour long special premiering next Friday. So there you go. Oh, one thing I wanted to save. I wanted to break this on camera. I wanted to clean this up, but a little nod to something early in the season, the Easter egg, from all of the Easter egg parties we had way back in the first Easter of the season. I don't even remember if we did anything for the second Easter. Oh, yeah, we did. I remember doing something now, but where do I put item frames in my storage room? There's a spot for them. I saw it the other day, right here. Okay, cool. The Easter egg can go in the corner. But yeah, that was a long time ago, and it's weird to think actually how long this season went on. I mean, it was planned to be a long season from the get-go, but never did I intend that we would actually be approaching 23 months of duration when we get to the finale. That was not expected. Okay, so you can see some of what I've been working on out here. We have a nice little bridge now. I switched out these old carpets to moss carpets so it looks better. And we have all sorts of roadways out here. If I fly up, you can kind of see we got things connecting. Over here in the market district, this is where it switches over to what Ghost worked on a while ago, and he's been prettying up this area too. I'm probably going to pretty up the area a little bit more, but I'm going to be focusing on the area closer to my own starter bases. Also, I'm trying to get a frog over on this lily pad because that's what I wanted from original Leap Day. And so I put high M frog, not high M frog, just M frog. I mean, it's a scale. I give Smite credit for that, but that's about it. Also, over here, is it still doing this? Yeah. Smite has a running joke recently to mess with SCP. He keeps taking these blocks and just piling them up in random colors. I mean, for a while, it was every time he logged on, he added a white block, and he got like 40 blocks before SCP noticed. And it was only because Clash said something about it, and because he didn't know what was going on. And then SCP's like, what? And came running over. And so now Smite's doing it to the green. It's quite a prank. Also, on a whole nother note here, if we go, that's the wrong button, statistics, if we head down to time since last death, we have another 25-day no-death streak. And do you remember all those times that I got 25-day no-death streaks and said I would never do that again? The no-death streak is gone officially. We're already 2.27 minutes into a new one. And yes, if you know anything about Titancraft and what's coming, there's no way my no-death streak is going to even get close to the old one if I tried. I once said after the 25-day no-death streak I would never get a death streak like that again, and far, because today, the 50-day no death streak I achieved in the last episode is coming to an end. And this time, I'm keeping my promise when I say I'm not doing this again. Yeah, I totally don't either. Yeah. But yeah, we did that again. Whether it was by accident or not, I don't know. The last time I died was the minigame episode months and months ago, back in July, I think it's when we filmed that, so... It's been a fat minute since I died on the server. So yeah, we're gonna work on putting up some trees. I'll probably have some, I guess, chill talk, while I also try to pretty stuff up. So one thing I want to talk about is the fact that 1.18 is really close. And it's kind of a shame in many ways that Season 10 is going to be over before the release of that update. And it's weird. In some ways, I think all of us were hoping we'd have a big gap after Season 10 to wait for 1.18 so we could get a break from the game before we go into it, and now it's looking like that break is never going to happen. However, at the same time, now that we're so close, it is kind of a shame we're never going to see it. Originally, when we thought it was going to be 1.17 with Caves and Cliffs, it seemed almost certain that we'd get to experience Caves and Cliffs in this season. And so it kind of sucks that the Titancraft series is just going to barely miss out on it. I mean, as of the day I'm filming this, pre-release 1 for the update just dropped, so, I mean, there's going to be a release of 1.18 within a month of the finale, and that's kind of a weird feeling and a weird thing to think about, that the season came so far, or the series came so far from when we originally launched it on 1.8. I believe it was 1.8.7 was the first version we played on. Regardless, it was a long freaking time ago. And hard to believe it was that long ago. I don't know though. I am looking forward to it, but I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. I need a break from this game. I kind of need a break from gaming in general at the moment. I've just had an incredibly tough year. The last few months of the season have been incredibly tough on me. And so I am definitely looking to take a step back from playing Minecraft for a while before I dive into anything new with the game. And so that's the only downside, is I'm not quite sure what is next for me playing Minecraft. And I'll talk about that probably in a more personal video after Season 10 is over, about what my plans with YouTube and stuff are, because quite honestly at this point, the best I can say publicly is that I'm not very sure. I have some other ideas, and like I'll have ideas that popped in for a while, and then I'm like, that's cool, but I can't see myself actually doing that. And that's how a lot of my ideas are ending right now. And it's kind of a shame, because I have a lot of cool ideas, but yeah, the reality at the moment just is that I don't know what to do fully. I mean, part of that's normal, I guess, but definitely a level of uncertainty in that regard. However, I do think the new terrain gen in the update looks awesome with 1.18, and so, like, the temptation to start something with it. I mean, there's gonna be another Titancraft-owned SMP after Season 10. It's not gonna be called Titancraft, but it'll be something similar. And I still actually don't know if I'm gonna do YouTube content with that or not. And that'll probably be the first chance I really get to experiment with the new patch. Also, I fixed up the animal pens. I didn't even mention that, but yeah, I got... all of these animal pens look a lot nicer and organized again. That's a weird looking tree. I swear the trees are just weirder than they used to be, and I don't know why. But that's whatever. The big trees used to consistently come out really pretty, and now it's like a 50-50 shot if I get a nice tree or an abomination. I'm trying not to put too many trees out here, because technically this is the plains biome, and I don't want to completely turn the plains back into the forest like we've done in some seasons. But I think for the sake of prettying stuff up, I definitely want some big trees around here. Come on, grow. So what else was I thinking about talking about today? I'm trying to think of different news I've seen recently. The series has been so unsteady, and when I've been able to film, it's definitely a little bit shaky. I guess the sad news I can have, I think I mentioned it when I was building my mega base, when I was doing the forest dome, that I left an extra grave marker that I could label later on for my dog Kit, as we were going to be putting her down soon, and today we did have to put her down. the sad reality is that she's been living outside the past few months because she just couldn't control herself in the house, and as it gets cold, it's just too inhumane to leave her outside, so the best course of action was to sadly put her down today, and I'm gonna miss her. We got her way back in 2015, just a couple months before Season 1 of Titancraft started, so I mean, that's a long time ago. That's a long freaking run. But I guess there's that. I'm sure at some point I'm gonna do a remembering Kit video. I'm not entirely certain on it quite yet, just because I'm so freaking busy, but there definitely will be at least something to memorialize her. Why won't this tree grow? And also, Victor is down below me, and it's super annoying. Come on, tree. Oh, all that bone meal for that goddamn thing. I hate that my brain is just farting away right now, though, and I can't remember what topic I was planning. There was something Minecraft related I really wanted to talk about today, but I do not know. You know, I think this is, of all the seasons that I've done this late season polishing, this might be the first time I've ever included any of it on camera. Usually they do all of this off camera in some behind the scenes sessions. Back in the early seasons, I did it in creative mode, actually, at the very tail end. That's how Season 1 was decorated. Season 1's roads and trees all were done in creative back then. I mean, and that kind of shows how we've grown up, how we went from every time we needed to do something, we just went running for creative mode to help us, to actually doing everything in survival. I mean, that was a big evolution. I think a lot of that just came as part of getting older and not feeling the need to cheat as much. Although I guess, I almost conversely here. In recent months, I've really missed playing in creative mode, and I'm tempted to start a long-lasting creative world just to build them. Like, just play survival casually, and then, oh god, one of these terrible trees. But then do all of my crazy builds in a nice creative world that they can all be collected, and I don't know. It's something I'm toying with because I could use a break from grinding my butt off in survival mode. So I guess the other topic that I really wanted to talk today, is the Titancraft series itself. Just talk about some memories, review it. It's kind of weird. This is going to be the last solo episode of the series. I mean, it's technically the penultimate, but next episode you're going to see a lot of people going in and out of the episode. There's going to be little clips with all sorts of people. It's going to be super crazy. And so this is, I really wanted the penultimate episode to be a last time where I can just talk from me to you guys. And share some final thoughts on the series before it's all said and done, which it'll be done very soon now, just a week from now. I gotta say, it really has been quite a ride doing all of this, and it blows my mind that we are finally at the end. And I guess to an extent it amazes me that it took so long to get Season 10 done when we had such a good start. But at the same time, it blows my mind that we at the same time got here so fast. I mean, in a 6.5 year window, we went from episode 1 to 1,000, or now 999, but it'll be 1,000 next week. And in that window, you've basically watched me grow up on YouTube. Like, quite literally, when I started YouTube and when I started Titancraft, it's weird to think about it. I was 12 the summer Titancraft launched. And now I'm a high school graduate. Like, it's mind-boggling. Just absolutely crazy to me that I've just grown up during these seasons. I mean, so much stuff has happened. I mean, during these seasons, you've seen, early on, Logan came out to Minnesota to visit me. And that was when Logan and my friendship was, I mean, at that point, we'd only been friends for barely over a year, and he made the trip out here. And a year later, I went to see him during the middle of, that would have been Season 4. And actually, since then, Logan and I have not seen each other in person. It sucks, but every time I think we're getting close to organizing something, it doesn't happen. But I guess regardless, I mean, I've also got to meet up with Trevor last year, which was super duper awesome. And so, I mean, getting to meet people that you meet on here is just it's so surreal. I mean, it shows that these friendships last and that these friendships mean something. I mean, we have met some nasty people on the way, and I'm I'm not going to use these last couple of episodes to diss on some of the X-Titans that we have bad relations with and that I think are just awful people. Because there are a few. I mean, that's the reality I've learned online, is you're going to find bad apples. But at the same time, there are some really good people in this world that you can run into online. And I honestly don't know where I'd be today without some of the amazing friends I've made through Titancraft and doing YouTube and playing these games. I mean, it's just... It surely is special. It's not something that I can ever forget and ever downplay either. It's so significant. Let's see, maybe another tree over here. Trying to bring the forest kind of back to its original bound. Or close to it, because I know the side of the forest got pretty well hit over the course of time. Yes, over here too. I'm trying to think of some other stuff in the series. I mean, I think it's also kind of weird how long this season has been episode-wise. I mean, I thought Season 5 was mind-boggling at 250 episodes, and we're on 349 of this season. And so the amount of stuff that's happened, and it's almost weird. A lot of the other seasons, I feel like when I got to the end, I really had like this list in my mind of all the cool things that had happened, and I knew exactly where to go look through the series to find certain moments that I wanted to collect them to present at the end, and recap. And now, like, this season has gone on so long and so much has happened that I don't remember a lot of it, and that is kind of the weird part, is there's just so much Season 10. A lot of it is already kind of out of mind, and at some point when I go through and do a lot of montage work, I'm going to run into a lot of stuff that I forgot about, I'm sure. And I guess that's the only spoiler I will give for the finale here, that's like really definitive, is that there's not going to be a season-long montage. Oh my god, somebody logged in right in front of me. Okay, so that's the only thing I can definitively say right now, purely because of the fact that I don't have time, and again, 350 episodes, and so it just wouldn't be able to happen. I couldn't get through everything in a week and have a great finale for you, and so at some point in time, I'm going to go back through and release a season montage, but the finale won't be it. The finale is going to have a lot of other stuff. Oh. Come on, tree. Let's grow. Let's see. What's Smite's issue? Is he having issues with his game loading in again? I know that one day he had a bug where he couldn't see anything. I'm trying to think of what else I want to address. It's one of those things of what do you say in the moment? Like, I'm gonna think of something in a couple of days, maybe in a couple of hours, that I wish I would have said during this penultimate episode while I had the chance, while there's not a million other things going on. Well, it's just us recording a classic Let's Play video. Something, I mean, besides, it's basically a more mature version of what I've been doing since 2015. And it's those things of thinking, what do I want to say in this last special moment? I mean, these are the moments I cherish. Once the series is over, there's no going back. And that is probably the weirdest feeling, too, of knowing once it's over, it's over. Oh! Forgot about the creepers in a boat. That scared the crap out of me. Keep on me on. Make the ground look pretty again. What else is there to say? The words. I've mentioned it in a previous episode, but I feel like commentating has got a little harder for me as I've uploaded less. I'm getting a little bit rusty with it, so either I need to like get out of the game or I need to step all the way back into it, and that's kind of a crossroad I'm at in my life right now, is figuring out what is next. I mean, I've loved making these Titancraft episodes, and it's been for me overwhelmingly a positive. Like, there's been some downsides of it at times, But like, if I had the option to go back to July 21st, 2015, when I was setting my mind on creating this series, and knowing everything that would happen, would I have done it again? I would totally have moved forward with it. I mean, I'm so happy that it's turned out as well as it has. There's been some bumps. There's been some times when I haven't been very happy with it. There's been, even as of recently, there's been some butting of heads, especially trying to get the season done and people wanting to burn out and take a break early. And it's like, come on, push through, guys. Hang on to this. We've made it this far. Don't give up now. I mean, trying to push people to stay strong with a series that has been going on this long now isn't that easy when people are tired of something. So, I mean, it's been a wild ride, but I'm so happy that it's worked out as well as it has. And it's going to be one of those things that I'm never going to forget. And thank you to everybody that's honestly made this series possible. That's something. And that's not just directed at viewers either. To all the Titans that have helped me. I mean, there's a lot of people that have given me support over the years that have made this series possible. And I know I've gone flack when people are trying to mock me in the past that the viewership on the series has never been impressive by any manner. And I know that. But I think the most special thing about this series, as I said earlier, I grew up in this series. I mean, the latter half of my childhood is preserved in these Let's Play videos. And all of our adventures on these Minecraft servers are documented, even if not every moment was captured. To see the evolution of the server and be able to click back on any of these episodes and see what the server looked like on what date is so special. And to have that ability is going to be the biggest thing I'm going to miss about the Titancraft series, for sure. And it's kind of why I'm already starting to think what the replacement is going to be. Because something is going to have to replace this void in my life. It's going to be a big hole to fill. Although it is going to feel good to get a breather after doing this for so dang long. Did I just grow tall grass in one of the animal pens? No, good. It's a special occasion, that is very much for sure. And I am ready for the end. I'm trying to think. As I'm almost done bone mealing. I think he's working on Flaunty's desert area, and it is a mess over there. Trying to pretty it up at the end. I was gonna say. Oh, another thing I want to talk about with 1.18 is the new music. That's something I did want to address. I don't think I got to talk about it yet. It sounds so good. At first, I was really mad that it was another update that wasn't gonna have music by C418. But like, I genuinely really like this new music. It sounds super cool. And some of it you can tell they must have tried their hardest to recreate some of the sounds that C418 used, because it really feels like his work, and I appreciate that. It sounds so good. It fits the game very well. And I am definitely excited to hear it in game. And the new music just sounds good too. Definitely excited to try out 1.18, and definitely sad that I'm never gonna get to show it off on the server. That is a downside, but I'm sure at some point we'll get to at least show it off somewhere else. And who knows, maybe we'll even get lucky enough that when we do the server tour at some point, we'll come back and we'll load the world in 1.18 so you can see what the server would have looked like. Because I guess that's one thing I should address right here. If I haven't, I might have said it a few times in the past, but I want to reiterate it now so it's not it doesn't cause confusion anywhere else. Oh no. Let's see if I can fix this without screwing up the entire waterfall. What the heck? Okay, there we go. God damn, now I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, but before I forget to say it in the series, there's not going to be a server tour this season in the actual series, just because the blatant truth is that a tour like that would take for freaking ever for us to film, and there's just not time in the series. So sorry if that makes anybody upset. This definitely, when I realized that was going to be the case for the season, I wasn't super happy, but I made up my mind on that a long time ago, because the season is just so big that it would have taken us like 10 episodes to tour everything, or we'd have had like 3 multi-hour long episodes. And so at some point there's gonna be like a little Titancraft 10 the tour series, I'm sure. We'll get to it. It'll be down the line anyways. But for the time being, it's going to have to wait. Alright, we're almost done. Fly around the server one last time. I also want to mention, I do think I will try to show off my mega base in its complete form in the next episode, because I haven't actually fully toured it on camera yet. And so I would like to, in the next episode, get a chance to actually look over everything. You gotta tell somebody to leave me alone. I want to finish filming. Boop, boop, boop. Almost done grassifying the place. And I realized how long this episode's gonna be, so we'll head back and wrap things up one last time here in a moment. Oh, I love the gold chicken, Chikyame. It's all like home, isn't it? At the end of the day. Oh. I don't want grass in there. Yeah, okay, that looks cool. Cool. This is where things kind of transition down to main spawn town, so I don't want to go too far for this way for now. I'll probably do some prettying up a spawn town itself later tonight, so I just right now am focused on my area, and then I can go spruce up everything else afterwards. I don't want to, and it's not even, I'm not even being selfish focusing on me first. I wanted the episode to be our area, since that's where the series really began out way back in the first couple of episodes. All right, here we go. This is pretty well done. Yeah, I'll put a bit more grass up here. I don't want it to be too overly thick in these areas. It is weird though. I think I've made this animal pen on episode 5, I believe. Maybe even episode 4. It was one of the first couple. And I know I recorded 6 episodes on the first day of the actual season, which was the 28th of December in 2019. And actually, it's weird. We started at the end of 2019. We're almost at 2022, but yeah, there we go. All of these pens are here after all this time. So let's head back to base, and I think it is time to say farewell. I'll show off the castle next episode because there's a few things in the castle. So, but I don't have time to show that off in this episode. But we'll be able to show that off in the finale, I think. We should have some time over there. Without further ado, though, I think it's time to leave it off. So I hope you enjoyed this bit of a chatty episode. This honestly pretty relaxed and candid penultimate episode of the series. I wanted nothing overly extravagant. I just wanted something that fit the series well, and I figured a laid-back episode with just me and you guys would be the best way to bring a wrap to the content gameplay side of the series. And next time we'll charge into the hour-long special finale. So buckle up, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to get started with production on it. I'll actually start working on it probably in a day or two. And from this video's release, it'll be exactly a week later. This is releasing on Friday the 12th, and Friday the 19th of November 2021, we'll have the last episode of the Titancraft series, number 1000 total. So that's all I got for today. So on that note, have yourselves a great day. This has been Titanic, and I will see you guys in the final episode of Titancraft Season 10 next Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye.